Hello world, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. In the last episode, we just killed Lord Ochu. We got an overkill on him, getting MP spheres. We got an elixir from that guy, and...
Yuna! Aeon! Just who do you think you are?
I will say, like, for some random encounters where I need the overdrive gauges to be up, I will use a supercharge only to increase their overdrives to max. But only once, like I'm not going to do it in the boss fights. I'm only going to do it in random encounters. That's probably really the only other cheat I'll use. And it's only to get their overdrives up, and I'll mostly use it only for Titus the most, just so I can get his other overdrives. Anyway, we just gotta keep going, walk right past where we defeated Ochu. I believe we got all the other treasures, so we'll just go to the right here. And as we keep going, there's not much we can do with those trees. This is where my memory kind of combines Final Fantasy X-1 and X-2 together. X-2, these trees are crucial to something, and X-1, not very much. Okay. That was just another battle that had enemies we've seen before, so whatever. You just have to keep following this path, climb up these stairs. Okay. So as I was saying, go up these stairs, you'll see a little bit of a cutscene.
Oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Kids.
Everyone, quick! Sin spawn!
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian. Huh.
So, they got fiends in Xanarkand too.
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking, maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time, like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chapu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chapu's place. No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
I could never be what Chapu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chapu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Okay, so like an idiot, I did some talking and explaining earlier. I have no idea what was actually recorded because I muted my damn mic. Anyway, all I did was, as you can see here, I invested some points into the sphere grid. I raised Titus's HP, I raised Lulu and Yuna's MP. I didn't really do anything for Waka and Kamari. I decided on a new path for Kamari. Ultimately, though, nothing too important. Just a lot of explaining, which I'm sure you guys don't even need to hear.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us? Pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals!
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that team?
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jekt was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jekt. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
I forgot what his name was, but I think it was Quentin Flynn, everybody. Axel from Kingdom Hearts, everything except for one, and Reno from Final Fantasy VII. Great voice actor. Wish I could meet him. Anyway, so you can talk to the guys that we just walked past. Talk to any of them. You can enter either of these rooms. I don't recall if they have items in them. I don't think they do. We'll just head right into the temple. And here is actually pretty similar to Besaid's. A bit smaller than Besaid's, but only by so much. We'll save it here. Yeah, we're going to keep going until we get through the cloister. Yeah, there's not much to say about this temple. It's just smaller than Besaid's. Not much else you can do. We're gonna go over here. A bit of a little interesting-ish cutscene, but
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Again, I don't know exactly what this does, but pray.
A summoner, are you?
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling about?
Okay, so yeah, Yuna isn't the only summoner in this world. In fact, there's quite a few of them. I can only think of 2 off the top of my head. There's been more over the years. They've all had one specific duty. Go to every temple, pray at every temple, and receive every Aeon to fight sin. None of them lived. And there's a very specific reason for that, which we will get to in a later episode. But that's why there's statues all around featuring previous summoners, because, you know, they sacrifice their lives to make sure they do all this and fight sin. But keep in mind, none of them ever mentioned any of these guys ever defeating sin. And also keep in mind there's always a calm. Like, every other time, there's a calm. And I don't know if you got a good glimpse of it. I don't know how far back I can go, but... yeah. If I go too far, I'm going to exit the temple, but... The lady on the left and the guy on the right, Lady Unaleska and Lord Aeon, respectively. They are the first summoner and guardian that ever took on Sin and went through these trials. So yeah, basically the temples are devoted to them, and everyone else, or every other statue, is basically representing
The
them.
faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Waka, ready?
Apparently my name is Ready.
Strength, everyone.
No! Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
And they go down, never mind, you hear it hit the bottom. You don't hear them get off fast enough, but I assure you, they get off fast enough. You can't leave this section. You can only go forward. The elevator rises up, walk in, and...
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait! Ah! Let me go! Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Huh?
This is bad. Really bad.
So yeah, you're kind of thrown down here, and because you're not an official guardian or anything, it's kind of... I don't know what the religious term is. I guess it's blasphemy for you to be down here, I guess. Or sacrilegious? Something like that.
Come on, go up! Go up!
And you can't go back up, so you're kind of stuck down here. The only thing you can do is go right up to these doors and go inside.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
And here we are in the Kilika Cloister of Trials. Now this one took me quite a bit originally to figure out how to do it. And this puzzle was, to be frank, puzzling. This first section is pretty simple. Take the sphere from this pedestal and use it on this door. The trail will light up and burn the door down. Somehow it burns down stone or whatever the door's made of, but oh well. We're not physicists. We don't know how shit works. We just do it. So now you come in here, and this is kind of where I get a little stuck on. Or at least where I used to get stuck on. And it does require some thought. I think if you put this here, and then you take the glyph sphere, you bring it over here, which should create a glyph on the wall. Nope, I'm already wrong. Okay. That's the part I always seem to get stuck on. Sometimes I don't remember what's supposed to go where. And like I keep saying, I'm rusty, so... Oh. What we're supposed to do is take the Kilika sphere, bring it to this wall instead. When we insert it, that glyph will appear. Now, we can take the sphere. In fact, we're supposed to take the sphere. We'll put it in this wall for now. Then we'll go back over here and touch the glyph. Now, you can attempt to touch the glyph while you're holding the sphere, but it'll repel you for some reason. So come up to it with no sphere in hand, touch the glyph, the wall will rise. Now in here is kind of sort of the tricky part. First off, remove this sphere. I'll show you why in just a second. Now come over here, touch this. It will move this pedestal here. I want to say you insert the sphere into the pedestal. And this is something I honestly did not know when I first played it. With the sphere in the pedestal, you move it up, right, stop right about here, and move the pedestal into this spot. That will shrink into the ground will shrink into the ground. And right here is where we need the glyph sphere. So we come back here, where did I put it? Grab this. Go back into the flaming room of hell. And we place a glyph sphere right in here. That should raise the wall. And because there is no longer a connected path, the flames die down. Now, what's behind this wall? A destruction sphere. Now, call back to the first episode where I mentioned, maybe not the first episode, the Besaid episode, where I talked about the destruction sphere, and you'll know why that's important. Basically, we need it for later on. So for now, we come down here, remove this Kilika sphere, come up here, place this in the door, and leave it there for now. It'll burn down the door. Come back down the stairs, climb up the stairs, grab the sphere. Now we just go right back down, wrap it around the corner, place this here. And what will that do? Boom! Now, quick thing to note, this is a temple. You can come back and do this puzzle over and over again as many times. Correction, I think only once. Maybe it says as many times as you want. The important thing to know is you can come back here. There is absolutely nothing wrong with missing the destruction sphere. This is something you can come back and do over again if you happen to miss it. So just take the sphere, climb up the stairs. We no longer have a sphere. So let's just keep going and...
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
Okay, so yeah, coming here was a bad idea since you're not a guardian. However, it is a bit strange nothing is actually happening in terms of you being here. Now, you can talk to everyone here, like I keep saying. In fact, I think I might be a broken record about that. I'm not going to. So the only thing you can do at this point is, I believe, attempt to leave. Nope, okay. You actually have to talk to Waka.
Just wait.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
So yeah, it was just them explaining what the whole point of Yuna going in there is. At this point, I believe we can attempt to leave.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
And here we are with not my number one favorite Aeon, but definitely ranks pretty high up there. And probably in my top 10 favorite summons of all time. Ifrit, or Ifrit, or however you like to pronounce it. I call it Ifrit. So we will confirm and keep the name. And as you might suggest, or as you might have gathered from the Cloister of Trials, he is a fire element summon. Compared to Valfor, strength is about equal. Defense, magic is equal. Magic defense about equal. He is a tiny bit slower. Luck is the same. He's less evasive. His accuracy is the same. He does only have one overdrive. He can only have one overdrive. There is no second overdrive. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty tanky. And he's actually pretty powerful. And I think his strength and magic grow a lot more compared to Valfor. Only because he's a fire elemental, basically. So for now, all we can do is pretty much exit the temple.
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me. But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud.
Okay, so here we are back in the forest. There's nothing more we can really do, so we'll just keep going along. At this point, we're just kind of going backwards until we reach the docks. We're bound to run into some encounters, so yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I ran into a couple of battles, and I did some training to raise their overdrives, so we should be back up to full. I did unfortunately use Ifrit, so we missed his opening summon. So what I'm going to do is set that back to default. I want to show off the Aeon summon as well as their overdrives at least once. So hopefully that'll work. And in that last battle, we just learned Titus's overdrive, Slice and Dice. It's not as strong as Spiral Cut, not at first, and especially not against like groups of enemies. However, I want to test it out on a single enemy and kind of compare the two, see how much damage it actually does. But at any rate, if we can avoid any more battles, there's a save point right here. And I think what we're going to do is, because I'm kind of going over the time limit, I'll save here, and I kind of sort of hate it because we didn't do a whole lot. These videos are basically me not doing a whole lot, at least at first. But the more we get into the story, the longer actual gameplay will be, and the shorter the story will be, so, you know, at least we got that to look forward to. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, world!